I really want to see. So if I was to give an animal tier list that I would like to see when I come over to Freedom, I obviously want to see a squirrel. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing one of these groundhog guys. They seem pretty fun. I really, 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 really want to see a beaver and watch them start making dams and shit. That'd be so funny, man. The beavers are just so fascinating to me. Like, how do they just get born and then they're just like, hey, man, I feel like blocking off some water. I hate free-flowing water. Like, they're just born. There's like, fuck free-flowing water, man. I hate this shit. This has got to stop. This can't be a thing in my watch, mate. No way. Let me cut down some trees. I'll suss this out real quick. You know what I mean? So I'd like to see some of those. Some otters. Yeah, that's what I mean. They're crazy. Bro, even when they're like in rehabilitation and some people have got them in their house, there's like beaver videos of, you know, like them trying to block off the hallway. There's not even any free-flowing water. It's just like, here's like 2 walls and here's like a, you know, a place where like people walk through, like a walkway. That's too much flow for me, baby. I'm gonna block this shit off. Like, they're just like, how do they, what is like, why do they know that? How do they know that? Why do they do that? What is like wired into their brain? Where like, I really feel like blocking off free-flowing water. In fact, I'm gonna Google it. Like, some things just fascinate me. They're just born and they're like, fuck that. I'm gonna block that shit off. It's the same as turtles. Like, how do turtles they hatch? They have the craziest experience of their life. Like, they hatch, they're born, and then they're instantly fighting for their life because the seagulls want to eat them. But then they go, I feel like I maybe need to go to the ocean. Right? And then they never see their parents ever again. You know, they just never have any parents. They're just by themselves. And then they're just like, I feel like I need to hatch the eggs on the beach. How do they know that? Apparently the turtle thing is about the magnetic field, and they can sense the magnetic field from the fucking Earth's magnetic field in the. I don't fucking know, mate. What, look like Einstein over here? But anyways, let's have a look. I'm gonna Google this. How do beavers, when born, just know to make a dam? Beaver, this is what it says, bro. This is so good. Beavers have a strong instinct to build dams. That is triggered by the sound of running water, bro. They wake up, the beaver is born, and then like they just hear running water and they're like, fuck, I hate this shit, man. I hate this. It's just like when you've got like an annoying neighbor and they're having a party that runs too late. It's like that, but like constant. They're like, oh, this grinds my shit. This grinds me some. Oh, just stop it. I need to just stop this now. When a beaver hears flowing water or trickling water, it instinctively piles sticks, mud, and other materials on the source to stop it. This behavior is so powerful, even beavers born in captivity will react to a speaker playing the sound of running water. Oh my god, bro, beavers are crazy, man. They're like the grumpy fucking neighbor. They're literally grumpy neighbors. They just woke up and were like, I hate this, bro. I love it, man. Yo, Blaziken, welcome in, man. How are you, bro? You changed your name again, back to Blaziken. Yeah, they're plumbers. I actually heard a story. Here we go. So how do they know, how do beavers know how to build dams? This is what it says. Beavers know how to build dams due to a combination of instinct and learned behavior. They instinctively respond to the sound of running water by piling up sticks and mud, while also learning and refining their skills by observing and I don't know what that fucking word says, with their parents and older siblings. The instinct is triggered by the sound of flowing water that we just said, promoting them to seek out streams and begin construction to create a safer, deeper pond. They're just the best, bro. Like, I reckon I could just sit there. Imagine getting a deck chair and just literally sitting there, just watching those fuckers build dams. I heard a story that there was I don't know what country it is. Here's one right there. I heard a story. I don't know what country it was, but they were trying to build a dam, and the architects and the engineers couldn't quite work out what the best method would be to build this dam, and then they put beavers that weren't native there or something. They put the beavers in there and they built the dam. And they were like, they sort of just like ended up teaching them how to build the dam where they were. I don't know if this is. Let me try and find it. Let me see if we can find this story before I make a dick of myself. Beavers teach engineers how to build, but it wouldn't be the first time that we've it wouldn't be the first time that we've used animals to, you know, as inspiration to build things. Like the Freedom Dorito that you guys have flying around. That's why you guys don't have any healthcare. That is built and engineered like one of the Hawks. I've showed you guys that on the stream too. Like the way the Freedom Dorito, one of those F-45 bomber things. I'll show you. Let me have a look. Is this it? No, it's the stealth bomber. This Freedom Dorito. Yeah, they're real intelligent. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, Freedom Dorito. That's a Freedom Dorito right there, baby. Costs a lot of money to build one of those bad boys. But that's there it is right there. That's what it's based off. See this hawk? So they seen this hawk. They found this hawk that is like really good aerodynamics. Wait, where is it? Falcon, sorry. Falcon. There's the Freedom Dorito in all its glory. See? So they engineered the Freedom Dorito to be exactly like this Falcon that has really good aerodynamics. And then the paint, they use a specific paint. The paint that they use on this bomber is a certain type where it can't be picked up by radar as well. And the jet engines. So the jet engines, see how the jet engines are here, and it's like the jet engines are really tucked in to the plane, so they don't produce too much of a heat signal either. That's why the jet engines are so far fucking like in. Like that's the jet engine there. And it's like so far back, so it doesn't produce like too much of a heat trail. Oh, I just clicked out of it. I can't remember. Probably doing too much clicking for my own good too. But yeah. That looks scary. How did you not know about the Freedom Dorito, man? Yeah, cows. But what about like crows? Crows and stuff is like crows are so intelligent, man. Did you guys I can't remember who sent it in the Discord, but like there's a thing called like ravens. Ravens and wolves have like made an alliance in the wild. It's so funny, man. Some of the photos that I had seen is so funny, like a raven and a wolf. So a raven and a wolf have made like how does this again, I've spoken about this on the stream before. I don't know if anybody else feels the same, but when I look at like animals, like when I look at our dog Gordon, who's a Westie, I just look at him and I'm like, where'd you come from, man? I can't believe you're alive. Like he has a little heartbeat, little brain, like he's got his own world going on in there. And I just look at him like this, I'm like, what are you doing? Like how the fuck are you alive, bro? Animals fascinate me. I'm like, what kind of world do you see? Like what are you doing here, man? Like what are you thinking? Who sent you? What the fuck? They're so fascinating, bro. Like, how does this happen? Like, how does a mutual agreement between a dog and a fucking bird, they end up getting a mutual agreement in the wild where they're in an alliance now? How does that happen, bro? Look, that's not AI. This is real. This is a real thing. Ravens and wolves are fucking... They're an alliance, cuz. Yeah. What? How did that happen? How did they even communicate? How did they talk that out? Like, how did they talk that out? Like, do you reckon one day, like, a wolf was just sitting there? Like, a wolf was just sitting there, and maybe one of the ravens came over and was like, meh, meh. And the wolf was like, what the fuck do you want? And then flies over and it was like, here you go, man. Look, food. And then the wolf goes over and starts eating and goes, looks so like, fucking not bad. Wait until I tell my mates about this. And he'll go, man, I went. Then the raven went to his other raven friends and he went and said, hey, man, I just squawked at this wolf and he didn't eat me. I think he liked it. And then the next day he goes, next day maybe the wolf goes, looks at the raven and goes like, hey, I fucking got a bit of feed over here. Follow me. Trundles off, and then the raven follows him. He's like, fuck. The wolf helped me this time. Got me some food. But how does it happen how do they all know? Like, I thought, why don't they just keep this between themselves? But no, more wolves and more ravens became friends. What the fuck? Yeah, they also play World of Warcraft together. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, they help with the food. That's actually, that's how it is. They share the food. But how does it, what was the first raven and wolf that got together? That's what I want to know. How did, what was the, it's the fact that happened. Who was the first dude that was like, hey, man, this can be a thing? It's kind of like, have you guys seen that a frog and a tarantula have a pact? So the frog, is it something like that? Is it the frog and the tarantula? It's one of those two. I think it's a frog and tarantula. It's something to do with the eggs or something. Hold on, let me have a look. Frog and tarantula. Yeah, it is. I can't remember why. Something to do with the nesting though, right? Some tarantulas and frogs have a relationship where both benefits. The frog gets protection from predators by living in or near the tarantula's burrow, while the tarantula benefits from the frog eating insects that could harm its eggs. So how fucking nuts is that? I mean, can you actually imagine being the first frog that was like, hey, man. The first frog that went into one of these tarantula burrows had a set of bollocks, man. Had a set of bollocks, bro. Would have been like, fuck it. What do I may as well give this a go, I guess. And then how did it just, everyone was doing it. Spiders aren't that bad. I'm used to them now. But how'd that relationship come about? They're just like, I guess you're not bad. I guess it's okay. Well, why not, No, that first frog would have had, that frog was, I don't know, man. Would have had to go get a wheelbarrow to be able to wheel around the set he had. To just hop over there. There's insects everywhere. He didn't need to do that. What one are we missing, by the way? I need to go get a drink. That frog had he was living the dream. I'll be back. What, maybe the double HP mobs? What maybe that, who doesn't know about it? The other frogs and stuff? They do know about it though. That's the thing. They actually do know. Moo darling. Moo darling, what is up? How are ya? Yeah, but they do know. So there's other ravens and there's other wolves and there's other frogs and other tarantulas. They all know, man. They all know somehow. It's just crazy. Oh, I don't know, man. Animals fascinate me. They just do. Like I say, if I went to Freedom Land or Canada or something, man, I'd just be watching those beavers make those dams all day. Imagine having a deck chair, folding that bad boy up, having a couple of beers, and just watching these tail furry rodents just go fucking hell for leather. And just be like, I need to stop this stream because it's pissing me off. I'll be there, on the sideline, cheering them on. Fuck yeah! Cut down that motherfucker! Stop it! You know what I mean? Stop that stream. It's fucking starting to piss me off too. I'm fucking with you. You know what? I'll cut down a tree for you. Do I think they would betray each other? What, the frog? The frog wouldn't be betraying the tarantula, and the raven wouldn't be betraying the wolf. Ain't no way. Wanted to come say hello. Oh, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I hope you had a good day. I appreciate you being here, even though you're tired. I appreciate that mood, darling. Oh, ravens are so smart. Yeah. Ravens are very, very, very smart. Same as crows. They're one of the smartest animals on the planet. But what I want to know, Swippy, is how did they communicate it? Ravens are in control there for sure. I mean, how did that go about? You know, like as humans, if you want to get something sorted, a deal done, maybe you invite someone over, or you have a cup of tea, or over a bit of lunch. A fucking wolf's just walking around the wild, and a random raven comes down, can't even speak the language, maybe not. I don't even know how they would communicate. And then they were just like, hey man, I reckon this could work. What? Yeah, I wonder if yeah, that's actually a good point. Like, I wonder if one betrayed the other. Like, would all the other ones know? And then they're like, holy fucking shit, like we need to start a war against the frogs. We need, like, the tarantulas, like one frog was like, there was like one bad frog, and he just didn't pick the insects off the eggs. And the insects ended up, getting rid of the eggs or something. Fucking the snake eggs up, and then the other snakes were like, they heard about this, and then there was like no, not snakes, tarantulas, sorry. And then there was a full-on war, tarantulas versus frogs. They hide the wolves, yeah. Yeah, honey badgers are crazy, bro. They got no fear. Honey badgers are fucking, they're crazy. Speaking about big bollocks, they've got massive claws, and they try to claw off your bollocks. That's what they try to do. That's why they get rid of all the tigers and stuff, because that's what they go, I fucking swipe them off. That's it, serious. They'll swipe your bollocks off. Yeah, because the honey badger is immune to the venom. Honey badger is immune to the snake's venom, by the way. Just completely immune to it. Yep, doesn't even matter if they get bitten. That just doesn't do anything. Yep.